Good morning, everybody. I've got another diag here for you. This is a Ford F-250, the 2015 variety. I believe this is the V8 version. The code is for a P0354 ignition D primary control circuit / open. It's just detecting there's an issue with that circuit, either open or um, just pretty much an open, because it wouldn't be a short to positive or anything like that. There'd be a different code for that. But it's a circuit code, so not like a misfire code, not like a P0304, because this is cylinder coil D. That's cylinder 4. That's on this side, the passenger side in the rear of this vehicle. I've already figured that out. On Fords, they do not have misfire data in the PCM, and sometimes they're hard to figure out. You can go into generic data into mode 6 and find it, but what I find is a lot easier. Is just, especially on Autel, you want to go into hot functions. Don't go into the PCM. For some reason, you can't find this in the PCM, but in hot functions you can. And then power balance test is what you want. I don't know where it is on other scan tools. You can read this and pause and read if you want. But basically, we got to start the engine and hit OK. Hit OK. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's not running that good. It's a little shaky around here. And then you'll get this screen here. As you can clearly see, number 4 is not contributing as well as the other ones. And then I'll put it into gear, and it'll do even worse. Raising the RPMs, if you read that screen, might cause us to go no com for some reason. Not really sure why. We can clearly see number 4 is the problem child here. These have 2 spark plugs per cylinder. So the easiest thing to do right here is just to swap the coil and not swap any plugs or anything like that with the companion, or I shouldn't say companion cylinder, with the cylinder next to it. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to see if it moves here, and then we'll know that. If we recommend the coils, and the customer doesn't know if the spark plugs have ever been done, and or we don't have any history of it being done, which I don't think this. I think this has got less than 50,000 miles on it. Yeah, it does. So by mileage, pretty much not due for spark plugs, but we're at least going to do the spark plugs in that cylinder, depending on how they look. If not, we're going to do all of them with the spark plug wires, because even though this is a coil on plug design, because it has 2 spark plugs, there's the coil here with the main spark plug at the bottom of the coil, and then there's a wire coming off the side of it going to the other spark plug. So we definitely do that too, because high resistance or issues in the secondary can cause issues in your primary. The high amounts of kV being released in the coil can damage the coil if it's got nowhere to go. So I'm gonna go do some swapping, and then I'll bring you back along. Okie dokie, I have swapped coil number 3 and number 4. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For anyone who's wondering, number 1 is in the front of the passenger side. Number 5 is in the front of the driver's side, and they go in order backwards. Oop, I forgot to start the engine. Like a big dummy. Like a big dummy. Alright, here we go. We're on. I can feel it misfiring slightly. Oh, number 4 is still a problem, as you can see. So I would say the coil is not the issue. Let's make sure that this isn't doing some weird code clearing thing where it has shut off that. I don't think it would have, but you never know. So I got ran for a loop once on an injector because the computer was turning it off. So always take that into consideration. I do not think that these Fords are capable of that, but You always want to double check. Let's see here, should still be number 4. Sure is. Yep. Doesn't feel like a constant miss. We're to a clear flood anyway since we're here. Yeah, it sounds nice and even. So well, some of the Fords, I don't remember which ones they are. Problems with broken valve springs. Not like super common, but more common than any other compression issue on these. So I'm going to go remove the plug just to look at it, see what it's doing, see what it looks like. At least the easier of the two to get to. I might swap that with the other cylinder if I find something. If it doesn't look bad, I might swap it just to see. Swaptronics a lot of times can run you awry. I don't have a coil unplug adapter for my oscilloscope, so the only thing I could do would be off that spark plug wire off the side, which isn't even the main spark plug, so it's not that critical. But I'm gonna go do some stuff and then I'll get back to you. Alright, I don't know what I'm gonna keep in the video as far as that goes, but before I go and do a bunch more Swaptronics, I want to make sure that this coil has got control here. I have a test light hooked up. It's only a 2-wire circuit on these Fords. The driver for this coil is in the PCM, which is kind of stupid if you ask me. I would highly recommend buying a Toyota or something that puts the driver inside the coil itself, and then you don't have those problems of needing a PCM. But we're gonna start this, and oh, that's not good. Why is it? Oh, I'm gonna go plug in a vacuum line and then restart that, and you can clearly see it didn't flash. But okay, back here I plugged that vacuum line back in on the manifold so the car will start and run, and of course it fell over. Well, we'll get out and pause the music, I guess. There, right. You can clearly see that it's not flashing. Next step is to figure out if it's the power or the ground side. The power should be full-time power, the ground should be the control side. Hopefully it's just the power issue. Okay, I'll try to do this one-handed for you. Didn't look up wiring diagram, don't really need to. I've got one color that's purple and then one color that's green. And then if we look at the next one, that's purple, but it's green with the orange. And if we keep going down the line, they're gonna change colors. Purple and yellow with a green stripe. So the purple one should be full-time power, which I've already checked off camera, and it does light my light, which is gonna be really hard to do one-handed here. Unless I get a front probe, which I might have to do to show you guys. Yeah, hold on, let me get a front probe. Okay, so you can see here the purple wire on the right side of the connector here. I know there's 3 pins in this connector, but there's only 2 wires. Or 3 cavities, should I say, and only 2 wires. You can see I've got power. The next thing would be to check control, which we already know we don't have. But I'll swap this to positive. Oh, don't lose my front probe. I don't put you down. Alright, obviously it's not lit right now, which is good. We don't want it to be lit right now. I've already checked my test light, but for the sake of argument, I find a ground it lights my light. I'm gonna go start the engine and then bring it back around. Alright, as you can clearly see, we have no control over this coil, and now we need to go do tests at the PCM. I've already cleared the codes and that didn't fix this, so obviously this is an issue here. One thing to mention, what can cause this is the coil. So I'm going to swap the coils back to where they were. And the spark plugs could also do it, but we'll swap them back just to be safe, not to ruin any other drivers. Alright, I have found said wire out of the connector. It's out of this connector here in the middle, which is supposed to be 1C175E, coil unplug number 4C, as you see right there. That is the one we want, green and violet. And I have double checked with my my multimeter on resistance. It's 0 ohms from there to there. So we're definitely on the right wire for one, and it is not opened between there and there. I could even, of course, I don't have any of my stuff, but I could unplug it, make sure it's still 0 ohms. Okay, so it's unplugged now, still 0 ohms. Also valid test. You want to make sure that this is not shorted to ground. So we'll do a resistance measurement here. And as you can see, with both sides unplugged, there is no resistance to the ground here. So that's good. You want to do that unplugged, because actually, if it was a working circuit, it would probably have some sort of... Did for a second. But if it was... had some sort of work, there would be some sort of resistance to ground usually, but not in this case. Yeah, so that wire is good to there, and now the next test would be to put our light bulb and see if it flashes right here at the PCM, which I don't think it will. And then after that, we're just checking powers and grounds at the PCM. So I'm going to do some of that, and I'll probably bring you back along. Okay, I've got this hooked up. I've already checked that my light works. I'm using the power that initially fed it. I'm going to move this around in here a little bit, make sure. Obviously nothing's working. So there's that. Yeah, we just need to check for powers and ground at the PCM right now. And this thing needs a PCM, so I might bring you along for that, I might not, but if I don't, thanks for watching and have a great day. Alright, I'm not sure if I edited this video already, so I'll do this. Hopefully it hasn't. This is the truck with the PCM issue. It is verified fixed. I just test drove it. I have no more misfire. I have no more check engine light. The PCM fixed it. Sorry I couldn't videotape any of that stuff. Sometimes I gotta pick and choose, but as you can see, it is all fixed. I just wanted to post that in there. Sorry if apologize if I haven't been uploading a lot lately. Easter Sunday, my dad almost passed away. He's doing better now, recovering in the hospital, but I'm the one that found him, and it was pretty graphic, and I'm kind of broken, so I'm not sure how long it'll be before I go back to normal, but that's my story. I'm not trying to get sympathy, so I'll spare you all the details, but that's just one of the reasons why I haven't posted in a while. So I'd like to thank you for watching. Have a great day.